Hello and welcome to this new Moodle video. Today I'm going to show you how you embed a Twitter feed onto your Moodle page. Now this can be embedded in two places, either in the main page with your topics here in the middle, or it could also be embedded in a block on the right hand side. And the process is exactly the same, so I'll walk you through both for the time being. The first thing we need to do is be able to get the code from the Twitter page, hashtag or account that we're trying to follow and embed, and then we can come back to Moodle to copy it. You'll also need to make sure that you are logged into Twitter with your own account. It won't show any of your details on the embedding, but we need that to be able to access other people's accounts to embed their profiles. So in this other tab here you can see that I have a Grimsby Institute Twitter page open because I thought it would be a great idea to have the Institute's Twitter feed on my page so my learners can keep up to date with all the information that's being sent out through the Twitter. Now once you're logged in and you've gone to the profile that you wish to look at, you'll notice on the right hand side that there is a settings option here. Now when you click on that settings option, right at the bottom you'll have the option to embed this profile. So I'm going to select that and it will come up with a user widget. Now widgets are what Twitter uses to be able to embed the content that we want. Now you'll also notice here that along the top not only can we embed the Twitter account, but we can also have favorites, lists, and we can also search for hashtags. So we can actually put a conversation hashtag and embed that. You can access these yourself through the widget link, but this is a quick way to access them to be able to get what you want to do. Now by default you can see here this is what the Twitter embedding will look like, and I've got some options here to be able to change the theme and some of the colours and also exclude the replies or so on. Well, I'm actually happy the way it is because I want them to see everything that's going on. So I'm just going to click the Create Widget button, and what will pop up will be a small piece of code here at the bottom that's highlighted for me already. And you'll see this is web code. We don't need to know what everything does, we just need to make sure that we copy that. So you could use Control and C on a PC, or Apple and C if you're on a Mac, or you can even right click and be able to copy the content from there as well. So now we've got the piece of code that we need. We now need to go back to Moodle to be able to put it somewhere. So if we click back on our Moodle page, now the first place we need to go to put it on the main page is the Add an Activity or Resource, and then we're going to select Label. And the label is the function that we need for embedding different types of content in the page. So we're going to click Label, click Add, and if you've watched some of the previous videos you'll notice we get here, we come to a blank box and we click the Show Editing Tools. Now we can't just paste this directly into the box because that will look all funny on our page. We actually have to tell the box that it's some web code and what we want it to do. So you'll notice on our formatting tools here, the last one at the bottom, we've got HTML. We're going to click that and we're going to just paste by either right clicking or if you want to use the keyboard it's Control and V or Apple and V depending on whether you're on a PC or a Mac, and we're then going to click Update. Now you'll notice that this has just given a blue hyperlink that says tweets by @Giphy. That's fine because when we click save in a minute, that's then going to convert that into that Twitter feed for us. So we're going to click save and return to course, and now as if by magic on our front page we've got the Twitter feed which is viewable by our students or yourselves to be able to engage and use Twitter. Okay. So what we want to do now is actually think, well that's a great place to have it, but actually I'd prefer it if that was on maybe the right hand side or the left hand side in a web block. So you'll notice when the editing turned on, down here on the left hand side you've got Add a Block. So this is a bit more not as straightforward, but we're going to click Add and then we need to select HTML. So this will be the box that we need for inputting that web code. So we're going to select HTML. And that will create a block that should appear on the left hand side that we then need to go into and edit. So you can see here we've got a new HTML block and we have to click the little pencil key for us to edit that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our Twitter feed into this block. So I'm going to give it a title and I'm going to call it Giphy Twitter, And the same process as before, where it says content here, we're going to select that HTML button and we're going to paste our code from our Twitter widget. And then we're going to click update, and then you'll see it's got the blue hyperlink again. We're going to click save changes, and then that will now appear in a block on the left hand side. And then we can move that block around depending on where we want that to be placed by clicking on the title and so forth. So the learners will be able to view that on their main page. Just refresh the page. So you can see that it's reloaded that, and that will always stay up to date. So even if in 3 or 4 days when you come back, that will just pull whatever information is from the Grimsby Institute Twitter feed at that time and make it in real time as well. So that's how you embed a Twitter feed either on your blocks, on your main page, or also within your topics. You either use the HTML block or the label function.